Much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And here we go from Chicago. Laviska Shenault to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play is to the air. Going deep right away. Well, they took their shot immediately. Would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Complete to DK Metcalf. Now he's past the 25. DK Metcalf. And he finishes off the play by taking it in. Touchdown. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Velus Jones now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
It's the first carry for the Wisconsin rookie. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's got a modest gain up to the 41-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And there wasn't much he could do there. A small gain to the 43. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Ready.
Right back to... What a hit! And the ball's loose! And they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Let's go.
They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Huh.
Williams from the gun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Shut up.
A give to Allen out of the shotgun. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Set.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Come on. Set, go.
It's Allen again. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Viking 18, go. Go.
Shotgun handoff for Allen. Big gap up the middle. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
All set up now for 1st and 10.
Ready. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
From the red zone now. He's got it, room to run. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Set. Ready. Set.
Now a give, it's Allen headed left. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears finish off their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays. But when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one right down the middle. And we're all tied up. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Powell from the gun. He's on the move. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
That is normally a gimme for this offense. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go, set.
And the shotgun, Howell. Complete over the middle to the big tight end. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
On the jump.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Hey.
Here's Howell, 1st and 10. Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best like curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
They've got first down from the 31. To throw again, it's Howell. Throwing deep for the end zone. He's got it. Complete. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks break the tie here in the first. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Myers to add the PAT. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
On the handoff, Allen. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 32. Catch made over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Set up. Hook.
Allen trying this straight ahead. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Set go.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Rick Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks take over on his 5th interception of the season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, it'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
First down, ball at the 36.
Go.
Howell out of the shotgun. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Defense showing blitz. Howell connects with Fant. And he'll go down here at the 16.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Up the middle, here goes Allen. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Reek Woolen with the INT. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Rookie quarterback Brock threw it away their last drive. Seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at Ask Peyton, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
This is Allen on the give. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
It's pretty obvious this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Here's first and 10 from the 34.
Here we go. Here we go.
This is Allen. He cuts it to the right sideline. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Allen. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Check go.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. They'll run now with Allen. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Set, go.
Trying an inside give to Herbert. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Bears are on the move here. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Go. Ready.
Running is Allen. Jukes one defender. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he drives this forward to the 6. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll try it left with Allen. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. Give him 4 on that play. So now they've got 2nd and goal.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Let's go now.
2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Hut, hut.
They run with Allen. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
3rd time's the charm. He gets it again. And he's brought down for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Check, check.
Oh, wow, Brock, a 4th straight carry. And he takes it into the end zone for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears chop some of the lead off before the half. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. D. Eskridge to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. That brings us to the break, and it's the Seahawks taking a lead into that visiting locker room. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us? As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check go.
Off the play fake, Williams. Komet brings it in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
70 Lions, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Working from the gun, Williams. Seahawks bringing the pressure, and they got him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Come on, set. Go.
Now here's Williams. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Rayshawn Jenkins makes the play. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk, because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To the air on 1st down, Howell. He lofts it deep, right sideline. He makes the catch. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Oh, nearly got to the end zone there. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Okay, break. Go.
Working inside the red zone. He's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks push their lead further to start the half. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting it on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you'd love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Reload. Ready.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 now. The screen set up for the running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Has his man, it's Odunze. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
3rd down, here's Williams. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Switch. Bronco switch. Take go.
Now a give on the counter. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Ready.
Right back to Allen. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Pass cocked by Odunze. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
It's Allen again. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Bears shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Now go with Walker on the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Staying with Walker. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They get 2 out of the run, but it's going to be 4th and 9. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. Wow, special teams highlight here. What a kick down in it at the 1. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Allen trying this straight ahead. He's fighting for it, but will not get there. They stall the run out, and that's a safety.
Kate, you could just feel it, right? Right off the snap, you just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They give up the gut to Walker. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Running with Walker again. And he's tackled for no gain. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Walker running to the right. And he's going to take this one to the 25 before going down. Just 1 yard on the run. That's going to bring up 4th and 8. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Bears football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Let's go.
A give to Allen out of the shotgun. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
From the 34. Oh, hole in the defense there. That one is caught. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So now the Bears getting set. Big moment coming as they go for two. He's throwing for it. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. Pretty easy to recognize the intensity on that two-point try. Could have made it a one-score game, but instead, still a 10-point deficit, Brock. They're going to need a couple more scores.
They sure will. Means more than likely a couple possessions too, Kate. And we're to the point, if you look up at that scoreboard, there's not going to be many possessions left in this one.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10. Here's Walker running right. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road for what looked like a very plain play.
Toss play, this is Walker. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Now throwing on third down. Metcalf there to bring it in. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Ready.
Williams from the gun. That throw finds Kmet. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. Hope you weren't settled in to call a long drive there, partner, because only took them a matter of seconds to go all 80 yards and hit pay dirt.
Are you kidding me? I love big plays just like everybody in the building loves big plays, and it took all of them, the guys up front doing their job, and certainly the playmakers to finish it.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Brings in the kick at the 9. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And the shotgun, Howell. No hesitation, and that one's caught. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2nd and 3 now. Howell out of the shotgun. Quick slant, caught by Lockett. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. Powell from the gun. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Pass taken in by Lockett. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st. They're set up at the 35 now. To throw again, it's Howell. Wide open downfield, connection made. And it's a touchdown. He made the catch and took it the rest of the way. The Seahawks make it a 9-point advantage. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff for Allen. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Cade's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go, here we go.
This is Allen on the give. And he's going to take this one to the 25 before going down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Here he is to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. Again, he's got room. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Now a give. It's Allen headed left. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. And now it's just he and 4 other running backs, the only players to ever reach 25 rushing touchdowns in a single season. With that score, he joined some great company to be in. Shaun Alexander, Priest Holmes, and a couple of Hall of Famers, LaDainian Tomlinson and Emmitt Smith. And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. That one right down the middle. And they're a point closer now on the scoreboard. They'll line up for the onside kick here. Gotta find a way to get it back. Just a little over a minute and a half remaining. Oh, and this will be a turnover. It's recovered by the kicking team. All right, partner. Well, they have momentarily, at the very least, pulled this game back from the jaws of defeat. Now they have to get the kicker within range to tie it and force the extra frame.
Kate, you know that kicker is so ready. Just ran out there and delivered the picture-perfect onside kick. Now, on offense, go get them down there. Put him within range, and he's going to drill it, no problem.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Go!
Throwing now. Completed here to Komet. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Now a crucial point after to stretch the lead beyond a field goal. That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead.
Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return starts at the 9. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
On the return, the Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Looking to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. Big shot is hauled in. Feet are inbounds. Oh, what a play! And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Now to throw. This one's caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears.